There's a creature alive today that walked with dinosaurs, and it hasn't changed since. It looks just like it did 200 million years ago. While the world around it evolved, adapted, and faced extinction, this animal stayed the same. It's almost like it found the perfect way to survive and never needed to upgrade. Scientists call animals like this living fossils. They are rare creatures that haven't changed much for millions of years. While other species evolved or died out, these few held on. Their bodies, habits, and ways of life remained frozen in time. These ancient survivors are more than just animals. They are living windows into Earth's past. They tell stories of giant sea monsters, long-lost forests, and ancient oceans. And somehow, they're still here, right now. In this video, we'll explore what it really means to be a living fossil. We'll meet the famous horseshoe crab and the mysterious coelacanth, both older than the dinosaurs. And we'll learn why these creatures never needed to change. Subscribe if you love stories about ancient life and hidden wonders of nature. What is a living fossil? A living fossil is a special kind of animal. It's not really a fossil like a rock or a bone, but it looks almost exactly like its fossil ancestors from millions of years ago. That means it hasn't changed much over a very long time. Usually animals evolve to keep up with changes in their environment. They get new features to survive better. But some animals find a way to live that works so well they don't need to change at all. They stay the same for millions of years, and they still do just fine. Some well-known living fossils include the horseshoe crab, the coelacanth fish, the nautilus, and even the ginkgo tree. All of them have been around for hundreds of millions of years. Scientists study these creatures to understand what ancient life was like, and how some species survive big disasters like asteroid impacts or ice ages. These animals are rare, but they remind us that nature doesn't always need to change. Sometimes, staying the same is the best way to survive. The horseshoe crab, nature's survivor. Let's start with the horseshoe crab. It may look like a mix between a crab and a helmet, but it's not really a crab at all. In fact, it's more closely related to spiders and scorpions. The horseshoe crab has been walking along the ocean floor for over 450 million years. That's even older than the dinosaurs. Its body is shaped like a hard shell with a long pointed tail. This tail isn't for stinging. It's used to help the horseshoe crab flip itself over if it gets turned upside down. Its eyes are placed on top of its shell, and it has several legs underneath for walking and feeding. The most amazing thing about the horseshoe crab is how little it has changed. Fossils from hundreds of millions of years ago look almost the same as the ones we see crawling on beaches today. This animal has lived through 5 mass extinction events, including the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. That means it has survived giant asteroids, changing climates, and rising and falling sea levels. So what's its secret? Its simple body, strong shell, and ability to live in different environments all help it stay alive. But the horseshoe crab isn't just interesting because it's old. Its blood is also very special. Horseshoe crab blood is bright blue because it uses copper instead of iron to carry oxygen. More importantly, this blood can detect dangerous bacteria. That's why scientists use it to test if medical tools and vaccines are safe. Even today, horseshoe crabs are quietly helping to protect human lives. Sadly, their population is now shrinking in some areas. People collect them for bait and for their blood. That's why scientists are working on better ways to protect this living fossil, so it doesn't disappear after surviving so many dangers for so long. The coelacanth, the fish that time forgot. Now let's talk about one of the most mysterious living fossils, the coelacanth, pronounced coelacanth. This deep-sea fish was believed to be extinct for a very long time. Scientists thought it had disappeared 65 million years ago, around the same time the dinosaurs vanished. But in 1938, something amazing happened. A fisherman in South Africa caught a strange-looking fish and brought it to a museum. When scientists saw it, they were shocked. It was a coelacanth, alive and real. This was like finding a dinosaur walking in your backyard. The coelacanth doesn't look like an ordinary fish. It has thick, scaly skin, a wide mouth, and lobed fins that move like legs. These fins are part of what makes the coelacanth so special. They are shaped more like the limbs of land animals than regular fish fins. That's why scientists believe coelacanths might be related to the first animals that crawled out of the ocean and onto land. Coelacanths can grow up to 6.5 feet long and weigh over 200 pounds. They live in deep, dark parts of the ocean, more than 600 feet below the surface, where it's cold and quiet. That may be part of how they stayed hidden for so long. They also live very slow lives. Coelacanths grow slowly, move slowly, and even breathe slowly. Their bodies are built for calm, deep-sea living, not fast swimming or chasing prey. They give birth to live young instead of laying eggs, which is unusual for fish. Since their rediscovery, coelacanths have been found near Indonesia and Madagascar, but they are still very rare. Scientists use underwater cameras and submarines to study them without disturbing their peaceful world. The coelacanth reminds us that Earth still holds secrets. Even in the age of technology, we're still discovering ancient creatures that challenge everything we thought we knew. This fish didn't evolve much because it didn't need to. Its deep-sea home stayed the same for millions of years, and so did it. Why they survived when others did not. Now you might wonder, why did animals like the horseshoe crab and the coelacanth survive for so long, while others like the dinosaurs disappeared forever? The answer lies in something simple. They didn't need to change. Most animals evolve because they're under pressure. Maybe the climate changes, or predators appear, or food becomes hard to find. So animals must adapt. Over generations, their bodies and behaviors shift to survive better in the new world around them. But living fossils like the horseshoe crab and coelacanth lived in environments that stayed stable for millions of years. Their homes didn't change much, so neither did they. Instead of evolving into something new, they stayed the same. And it worked. Their bodies are simple, but effective. The horseshoe crab has a strong shell and can live in different water conditions. The coelacanth lives deep in the sea where not much happens. No enemies, no major changes, just the slow and steady rhythm of the deep ocean. Scientists study these creatures not just to learn about the past, but to understand how life works. Living fossils show us that evolution isn't always about changing into something new. Sometimes staying the same is the smartest thing a species can do. Also, their survival helps us learn about Earth's history. Their fossils match perfectly with what we see in nature today. Like puzzle pieces connecting the ancient past to the present. It's like holding a piece of living time in your hands. While many creatures disappeared, some chose to stay exactly the same and survived. The horseshoe crab didn't change because it didn't have to. The coelacanth disappeared from our eyes but kept living deep under the sea. These animals are reminders that nature sometimes finds a perfect design early on, and there's no need to upgrade it. Living fossils are not just old animals. They are proof that evolution works in many ways. Some animals evolve quickly to survive fast changes. Others evolve slowly or barely at all because their bodies already fit their surroundings perfectly. In a world that's always changing, these creatures offer something rare: stability. They survive disasters, predators, and time itself, all by keeping things simple. But now these ancient animals face a new danger: humans. Pollution, overfishing, and habitat loss are hurting the same animals that once survived mass extinctions. That's why scientists and nature lovers are working hard to protect them. Because once they're gone, we don't just lose a species, we lose a living part of Earth's history. So next time you hear about a horseshoe crab on the beach or a coelacanth in the deep sea, remember? You're looking at a survivor from the age of dinosaurs. Subscribe to our channel if you want to discover more creatures from Earth's forgotten past still living today. We'll keep bringing you stories that connect ancient life to the world around us now. After all, nature's oldest stories aren't always found in books or bones.